What's up, guys? Welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions. And of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back. And these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. And today, just got done with a nice workout out in the sun, enjoying the rays of God, the divine rays of Archangel Jophiel. And I was thinking about our Father, right? Our Father in heaven, the divine, the Holy King, the magicalness of this universe, right? Like what's afforded to us when we let go and release. And I find throughout my life, this has been the case. It's always been letting go and releasing. And when I release and let go and get out of my own way is when magical, beautiful things start to happen in my life. And a story came to mind in my meditation right now, and I guess you would call this not a metaphor, but I guess an analogy. I think that's the right verbiage, wordage, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I like to bring things back to the family dynamic, because the family dynamic will show us who God is, because we're made in God's image. So it always goes back down to the family dynamic, because we are in His image. We act as God. And you think about, out of all the things we would want to do in the world, why is it so programmed and innate in our own being that we want to have a family? We want to grow. We want to be abundant and prosper spiritually, right? With love and grace. Like, we're at a young age, I'm already looking out at beautiful women, and then obviously we have our go through our stage of fun, but then we go to a stage of where we want to settle down, where we want to make a kingdom, an empire, right? There's no difference between us and God, and that's the beautiful thing, right? But when we think about the father and the son, or the mother and the daughter, because God is not just man, right? There's and that's true for us as well. We are both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So what that tells us is this: if you look at the intricate, beautiful interweaving of the family dynamic, you'll see that the relationships between each family member is an integral part of God. So I think about my relationship with my father. I've had multiple fathers in my life, multiple mentors. I was adopted, so my story is a little different, but still the same. We all have family, we all have mentors that we go through, right? And I always have been, I resonate with the story in the Bible, the prodigal child. I was the wayward kid. I was the black sheep, and I chose this for myself, right? But this is the hero's journey, and this is my journey. I resonate with the story as well. And upon leaving and doing my own dirt, doing my own life, but living it, right? Living it, because I lived it the best way I knew how to. And when I got better, I came back. And when I came back, I came back with celebration, with love and light, and finally got to make peace with my father, which is amazing. But what I'm trying to say is this: whenever you want to get to know your one creator in heaven, which are just words, right? Heaven is just a word that I use because I don't have the knowledge of what heaven is. We can't fathom it because we're not there, right? But we know it exists, and we know that there's others, whether that be angels, ascended masters, spirit guides. There's a lot of names for this hierarchy that's going on. But when we look at the family dynamic, you get to know God. I've been defiant all the way to the end, right? I couldn't stop doing all the things that I was doing because I was in my own way. And know that God has an enemy, right? He's made it in our universe where there's always a dynamic, right? There's always the dark and there's always the light. And know, when you open Pandora's box, oof, it was way more than I could handle. And I tell you this is, you can't ever stop someone from the journey, but like right now, if you're on this channel, you're resonating with this, and some portion of you're in the journey on this, you're relating to me, right? But know this, my life has changed because I've given it up. I've given it up to God. I've given it up. I believe in Jesus Christ, right? And so I've repented and I've given up, and I believe the ideology or the theology that comes from Christianity, though I feel like I've evolved mentally with it, but everyone's in a different part of it, right? We're always evolving. But I say this, when you let go and let God, these corny sayings are so powerful and so juicy. When you let go and you finally just say, God, you know what? I don't have any more in me. I give it up to you. Your life changes, baby. I can't tell you, being at peace in your heart and in your mind, truly at peace. Those are the beautiful stages that I talk about. And you can only do this, and I relate to that defiant kid because I was defiant to God too. Oh God, you don't exist. I went through all this abuse. I went through all this pain. I've seen war. I've seen whatever the case is, right? So there's always, but it's because of my own making. I did it to myself too, right? But this is a beautiful part of the journey. So just know that it's always a gradual evolution towards the next stage. And when you're ready to let go, you'll reach it too. I love you guys, love and light. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Bye guys.